What's up, guys? It's Zach the Celtics guy here. I'm back with another video, an episode, I believe it's episode 11 of Zach's Legal Lessons, but either way, it's another episode of Zach's Legal Lessons from the Kingdom of the Pogo Islands, reporting from the Kingdom of the Pogo Islands by their creator, that being me, the Pogosian people's creator, Zach the Celtics guy. But anyway, time to get down into some serious business here, because this does concern the Pogo Islands, but it concerns how I would handle law and legal stuff and law enforcement procedure if it was up to me, and what I would do. So, I know I've talked about this topic on this channel before. And what I believe how this particular issue, and very extreme issue and seriously dangerous issue, should be handled. The issue of wrong-way drivers, particularly on the freeway, and just literally the extreme danger that they pose to literally everybody else and to oncoming traffic, and just how completely and blatantly reckless it is, and what I think is the necessary response to that. And here's the answer that I'm going to say, and this, I know this might shock a lot of people or whatever, but, you know, I've literally seen arguments about certain, like, police videos about officers apprehending a wrong-way driver on, like, the highway, and then boxing them in, and then going over there at gunpoint to get them out of the car. Now, do I think it's appropriate to apprehend a wrong-way driver, particularly on the highway at high speeds at gunpoint? The answer is absolutely. I would absolutely do so. This doesn't pertain to, like, someone just going down like a one-way city street or something like that. No, it doesn't concern someone like that, or even someone just going down, like, the wrong side of, like, a not-so-busy street or whatever, or anything like that. I'm talking like someone who's on the wrong side of, like, a high-speed road, like a highway, where just, like, literally just a controlled access highway, and someone is going the wrong way. Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? And yes, it is most absolutely appropriate to do so. It is most absolutely appropriate to do so. And Officer Zach, me, if I was an officer and I had to apprehend someone if I had to apprehend a wrong-way driver, you can absolutely bet your ass that I would do the exact same thing. And I'm sorry about that. You can call me brutal. You can call me conservative. You can call me pro-cop or whatever. Like, I don't care, because those are just labels, and I don't give a shit about labels. I'm not about labels. This is me, and this is how I would do things. And you wouldn't be saying this if a wrong-way driver slammed into you and seriously injured you, or did it to somebody that you cared about and killed them and killed an entire family or something, because that's exactly what happens in these situations. So, yes, it is absolutely appropriate to apprehend a wrong-way driver at gunpoint. It most absolutely is appropriate. It most absolutely is appropriate. And the reason it's appropriate, I'll tell you exactly why. Because 9 times out of 10, people who are driving the wrong way are usually intoxicated. They're usually intoxicated, or they are under the influence of drugs. So when you're apprehending someone, a wrong-way driver, you literally have no idea about that person. Okay, because let's think about it for a second. Let's think about this. They already drove on the wrong side of the highway or the wrong side of the road or whatever, and put so many people's lives in danger. Like, I cannot stress enough how dangerous this is. Literally put so many people's lives in danger already. So they are already an existential threat to the road. And last time I checked, isn't it necessary to use a gun when there is as law enforcement, if there is an existential threat? I think a wrong-way driver poses an existential threat. That's number one. Number two, half the time they're intoxicated, or half the time they're drunk out of their mind. So, therefore, that is also necessary. And also, you don't know if this person is like a violent drug dealer, or or if that person has a gun. Or, this wrong-way driver is under the influence of drugs and has a gun, okay? You don't know. It could be any kind of situation. So do you really think that after this person posed such an existential threat to public safety, number one, and number two, and most importantly, they're either under the influence of drugs or alcohol or something, because 9 times out of 10 people don't drive wrong way unless they are either drunk or high out of their mind, okay? So with all those things combined, and you don't know the situation, if they have a weapon on them, they have a gun, they have something on them. So therefore, yes, it is appropriate. The risk, the extreme danger that they pose most absolutely warrants the use to apprehend them at gunpoint. I don't want to hear that, using a gun on a wrong-way driver is excessive or it's brutal or whatever, okay? Because, it's not brutal what they did. It's not brutal that someone drove on the wrong side of the highway and posed such an existential threat and literally would be at risk of killing an entire family or something. Because it's not like people who drive drunk or drive high out of their mind on drugs. It's literally not like these people don't kill entire families, kill pedestrians, and kill innocent people, okay? So it's not like that, okay? So I don't give a fuck, all right? I don't give a fuck. And if that makes me brutal or pro-cop or makes me conservative, whatever, because I'm really not. You all should know me at this point. I am pretty left-wing on the issues, okay? I'm left of the Democrats. I'm left of all of these people, okay? But when it comes to certain things, I have some pretty fucking tough positions, okay? And I'm sorry, but this is how I feel, and this is what I believe, and this is most what absolutely I would do. Okay, I wouldn't be taking any chances with someone who drove wrong way. I would not take any chances whatsoever. Would not take any chances with someone this dangerous. Someone who is clearly intoxicated or impaired some way, and you don't know the situation. You don't know if they have a weapon on them, so. Think about it. Just think about how dangerous this is. Because most people just form an opinion on this subject and this, that, or the other thing without really thinking about it and thinking about the situation and digesting it, okay? And more importantly, think about it. Someone driving the wrong way already poses an existential threat, okay? And is literally at risk of smashing into oncoming traffic. Like I said, these fucking people could kill an entire family. That's how dangerous it is. Okay, and if you lost someone, and you had to go to their funeral, okay, well, would you be acting like it's what the cop did to handle the situation as brutal then? I don't think so, okay? I don't think so. So, think about it, how dangerous it is. They already pose such a danger. Wouldn't you want to apprehend someone that dangerous and prevent them from taking off and posing even more of a danger? And taking off? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think that someone already driving the wrong way, especially on the freeway or some shit, do you really think that it would be necessary to not be forceful with them? To prevent them from taking off and putting more people's lives in danger? Because, by the way, people do flee and lead high-speed chases on the wrong side of the road. It happens all the time. I've seen it on the internet.com. I've made stories about it. I've written stories about it, okay, in the Pogo Islands, including the West Island. The Pagosian West Island has had this problem many times in the past, but we have apprehended it and have made it a criminal form of driving to endanger, and rightfully so. Wrong-way driving is reckless driving by definition. The textbook definition of reckless, or criminally dangerous. The textbook definition of reckless literally just means that you're driving in a way that is inherently dangerous and poses a threat to public safety, and you know of the risk, but you continue to do it anyway. So that would be like someone who's sleep deprived and was driving on the wrong side of the road. They knew they were asleep, they knew they were tired, they knew, but they continued to do it anyway. I mean, that also happens too. Rarely there are some people who are so tired and just continue to drive wrong way, and they do end up driving wrong way, that they do it, okay? So stay sober. That's literally what I have to say. Stay sober, stay away. I work late into the night, okay? I work a shit ton of overtime. okay? But there are many mechanisms you can do to stay awake. You could literally just turn on the car radio. You could literally open the window, blast some AC, okay? That's what I'll do. I'll literally, if I feel even a little bit tired, you know what you should do when you're driving? Go like this, like just headbang. That'll do it. So no, I would not show a wrong-way driver one iota of mercy. They do not deserve it. Officer Zach would literally have to box him in, would literally box him in. You literally have to slow down and make sure that you see, make sure you have to keep your eyes on the headlights in the distance, especially if this is at night, because this occurs more often at nighttime than any other time of the day. So what you would do is that you would notice it, and you would literally get, you would literally get ready. You'd literally get ready, and you would flash your lights, and then you'd have to turn around, and then you'd have to try to pit maneuver them and try to box them into the median to prevent them from taking off. So you would literally have to try to sideswipe them as an officer just to box them in, to prevent them from taking off, putting even more people's lives in danger. Because, boy, let me tell you, you do that then let me tell you, as an officer, I'd be really fucking brutal with you, okay? I don't think there's such a thing as being too brutal with someone this dangerous. Sorry, I don't. I'd be running over there. I'd be doing that. I'd be running over there, or, you know, hey, everybody handles the situation differently. But when it comes to something like this, as the creator of the Pogo Islands, and as someone who writes the stuff for a living, this is what I would do. I've written many stories about in the Pagosian West Island where we have apprehended wrong-way drivers at gunpoint, and the officers have done that. And that's exactly what I would do there. I'd literally be running over there yelling and screaming, "Driver, show me your hands and get your hands out the window." And I would be doing that, and I'd be over there literally pointing at him, saying and making sure that car is in park. And I'd be going over there literally like this. I'm like, is that thing in park? And telling them to get their hands out the window and keep the hands where I can see them. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take any chances. And by the way, this isn't a real gun. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is not a real gun. Don't worry. It's not a real gun. But no, it is absolutely appropriate to use any kind of forceful means on a wrong-way driver. Number one, you box them in, and then you go over there. I would handle it either two ways. I'd either go over there at gunpoint, screaming, "Hands out the window, get your hands out the window, and keep your hands where I can see them." And I'd literally be pointing my gun at the window, telling them to get the fuck out of the fucking car before they fucking kill someone. That'd be that. Or, if I wasn't to, I'd be running over to the car like this, being like, "Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!" And then I would have my hand on the gun. Not saying I would shoot it, but I'm saying that I'd have to have it on standby if necessary. You have to use any kind of forceful means on someone this dangerous and this severe. It's literally a deadly weapon. A motor vehicle is a deadly weapon. A motor vehicle is a deadly weapon. And last time I checked, someone who literally is armed and dangerous. It's literally textbook definition of just being armed and dangerous, just with a motor vehicle, which is even more dangerous. So with that, therefore it's necessary. Wouldn't you think someone who's armed and dangerous, wouldn't an officer apprehending someone armed and dangerous would be literally over there with their gun trying to apprehend them? Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what needs to be done. Anything to apprehend them and get them off the road immediately and arrest them and charge them with the necessary charges, whether it's a DUI, driving to endanger, DWI, driving under the influence, driving intoxicated, or driving to endanger, or anything like that. Recently on the Pagosian Sky Island, we literally made wrong-way driving a automatic misdemeanor with an automatic $1,000 fine on the spot. Because that's the minimum penalty you should face, let's be honest here. The bare minimum, okay? You shouldn't be anything less than $1,000 in fines. $1,000 in fines, bare minimum, for something this severe, okay? And then some people say, why? Why should it be that? Well, let's think about it. If it hits somebody just right, smashing into oncoming traffic at high speeds, generally on the highway, These people are off to the emergency room. If not even worse, they'd be dead, and they'd be probably off to get buried, and then people be going to their funeral, and then we'd be having a whole nother conversation. So, best case scenario, $1,000 fine charged for driving to endanger. If they're under the influence, I would be, charging them with everything. DUI, DWI, whatever. I'd be forcefully testing them for alcohol, drugs, you name it. They'd have to be tested for alcohol, make them draw blood or whatever. And if they don't, I would just revoke them automatically for 2 years and have that vehicle forfeited and be sold off to auction. And make sure that they are not going to be driving and not going to be on the road for an extremely long time. Because somebody like this is a problem. So we need to eliminate the problem. And literally eliminating the problem. And no, I don't literally mean eliminating. Literally, I'm talking about... I'm literally talking in a perspective here, okay? I'm talking about that, okay? People who drive drunk or drive intoxicated are bad people. They're pieces of shit. They're horrible human beings. It's the stupidest thing you can do. The stupidest thing that you could do is drive drunk or drive intoxicated. And if you do it, you don't deserve to drive for an extremely long time, at least a year. You deserve to not drive for the longest time possible, like 2 years minimum. You do it again, they should revoke you for life and never let you drive again. You do it more than once, that's it. Okay? That's it. I think even the first time should be like a 2 to 5 year revocation at least, and forfeit their vehicle and sell it off to auction, because they need to take that vehicle away, take those mechanisms away, and take that and put it from that road, initiate all of the administrative roadside sanctions, roadside license revocation and confiscation, vehicle seizure and impound, go to court, make them pay fines for DUI, DWI, go through chemical breath testing, everything. I would be doing that, and I'd be screening them for everything. I'd literally be screening them for everything, and then throw the book at them. Literally throw the book at them. If you choose to risk your own life and risk the general public, there needs to be a heavy price to pay. Because like I said, when it comes to crime and everything, I'm tough on crime that should be actually crimes. This is a crime that has many victims. This is not a crime that is just, this is not a victimless crime. This is a crime that destroys lives. This is a crime that kills an entire family. Okay? Literally, you'd read horror stories about intoxicated drivers literally slamming into an entire family. Okay? So yes, this has a victim. And when it does have victims, and when it has many victims, you can bet I will be brutal with regards to that. Meaning like brutal penalties, like severe fines, severe imprisonment. I'd be revoking them, I'd be confiscating their vehicle, everything. Every single thing. If it has a victim, and if it has multiple victims, yes, make it a crime and vehemently punish it to the fullest extent possible. But that's what we need to be. Tough on the crimes that are actually crimes. And this is one of them. Reckless driving, DUI, DWI, anything like this has a victim. This has multiple victims. And it's a crime that endangers the public. If it endangers the public and or has a victim, then yes, it should be a crime. 100%. And with me, on the kingdom of the Pogo Islands, I will not tolerate it. And I encourage everybody watching this legal lesson to stay safe and be aware. To be aware. Legit, be aware. To be aware of the dangers out there. There's dangers on the road, there's dangers everywhere, but we all have to do what we can to protect ourselves. And if you ever see a wrong way driver, you see anything like that, just try not to panic. Just call for emergency services immediately. Just call for emergency services immediately. And just do that. I have yet to ever encounter a wrong way driver, thankfully. But anything can happen, Anything can happen, but just do what you can to stay safe. And we all need to do that and spread awareness, just like I'm doing right now. And or make your own fictional country with fictional laws as to how you would do it like me. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, that's about it for now. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch this video. Thank you. I'll be back with more stuff coming up soon. I'll probably do a stream either tomorrow or Friday night. Either way, I'll be back with more videos and other stuff in the works, streams and other stuff. Stay tuned for more and more stuff on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next video, stream, premiere, whatever it happens to be. And I'll see you all again in the next content. More stuff coming your way soon. And I will see you all again next time. Bye for now. Take care. And stay safe. And be aware. And that's pretty much that. This is from my legal lessons with regards to the Kingdom of the Pogo Islands and how I would handle the situation as Officer Zach. This is Officer Zach reporting. Peace out.